Good morning to all the participants who are here today. I thank the Almighty God, Lord Boga, for giving me an opportunity to welcome on behalf of EG Department of Commerce, Arulmigu Palaniandavar College of Arts and Culture, Palani. First of all, I wish to welcome our beloved principal, Dr. Prabhakar, who is a real motivator for this program. Next, I welcome all the HODs of our college and HODs from different colleges who are here today. Welcome. I wish to welcome all the staff members of our college who are here today, who are joined here. I see a lot of students, researchers who have joined in lot numbers, and to be very happy to see some of the alumni of our department. Dr. Kavita, she has joined from Guru Nanak College. She is the head of corporate secretariat. And I see Dr. Jay Kodi from APA College for Women. I see Dr. Srinivasan from GTN College, and Chandrasekhar has joined from Phoenix. It's wonderful to see all the alumni who have joined for this webinar. The students have gathered in from different universities. I've seen some of the engineering students, apart from arts and science, have joined the class. The webinar. Next, I welcome the technical team headed by the Rajesh Khanna, Mrs. Radhika ma'am, and Mr. Shankar Narayanan and Sunil, who made the comfortable zone for the international webinar. My appeal to the students is one thing. We have arranged this function as the topic reveals that Europe is the alternative destination for higher education. As a parent, everyone believes that their kids have to have their higher education in US. Today, the COVID, we can see a lot of happenings in US, and we don't have any other source. The Europe is another alternative in which the expert is going to talk on those subjects. So we are happy to have our guest speaker, Kumar Subramaniam, today here with us, and he is going to dwell on the job opportunity, the higher education and job opportunities in Europe. So he is going to give you the alternative strategy for which the students can really avail of it. Some of the engineering students, I see Siddharth Parikh, who is joined there. So it's lovely to see all the students in large numbers have joined this webinar. And during the webinar, the students can focus on three, if you can remember the letters COA, and definitely this seminar could give you good results. One is, letter C refers to the curiosity. When we are young, we used to ask a lot of questions to our mom in search of, we have a lot of questions to know, curious about a lot of things around us. The mom used to answer us. As we grow, the element of curiosity vanishes. Today, you should be curious to know more things from the speaker, and he is there with a lot of information. He has got a huge amount of experience, and particularly in the field of higher education. The next is, if you can keenly observe the events, and definitely it will be very good that you can put them into reality. The final on the thirst you have, that you can, whatever you have in your minds, that you can put it in the chat box, and the end of the session, we can have the discussion with the speaker. So the final outcome is the action, and finally you can take home and what you can execute in the higher education. A lot of opportunities are there, which we cannot dream about it. And those things, he's going to dwell on it. And most probably, this session will focus and cater to the needs of higher education. And I wish to introduce Raja Subramaniam. Dr. Raja Subramaniam is born and brought up in Tamilnadu. He did his bachelor's in chemical engineering in Coimbatore Institute of Technology, Coimbatore. Later, he had a thirst to go to Europe. In order to go to Europe, he learned the language, German language, in Max Miller Bhavan at Chennai. And for his master's degree, he got the admission at the Otto von Guericke University, Magdeburg, Germany. So when he was pursuing his master's in that university, he had a golden opportunity to have his master's thesis being done in very reputed organized in a research institute in Germany. And he was selected for it. He was selected for the Max Planck Research Institute in Germany. And from there, the elevation started for him. And he was been honored, or he was been awarded the scholarship by an eminent company in Europe, and particularly in a chemical company called Venovik Spit Hunk in Germany. And really that company has given him the scholarship to do the postdoctoral and doctoral in Germany. And he is going to tell us what avenues are there in Europe, particularly in some of the countries, and students can take note of it. So when he got the scholarship from the Ivanok Stiff Tung, really has elevated him to do his project. I mean, his research topic was computational fluid dynamics. This really gave him a good elevation, where he completed that in 2011. Later, he continued his education postdoctoral in another eminent organization, the Technical Institute of Germany is the next area where he was focusing on it. And later he joined in the the Helmholtz Zentuk Dresden Rostendorf in Germany. Those are the names which we cannot correctly utter, but he got the admitted there, where the real effort of him, he was globally known to the other people, and he presented his he presented his papers in international conferences. He has attended many countries, like he has presented his papers in Italy, US, then he went to Bangkok, and later his paper was highlighted in France. And he not only has presented his papers, his article, his work was in the journal, peer-reviewed journals, and luckily today he has got, he is here today. He has got 16 years of experience, and he is going to share with us, and we are going to enjoy. And students, just feel free. And what I said in the earlier, you have to be curious, and you should observe his presentation, and definitely something turnaround will happen in your life. With these words, I welcome all of you once again to this webinar, and the session is over to Kumar Subramaniam. Sir, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Kumar.
Yeah, thank you very much. Can you all hear me clearly?
Yes, sir, we are able to hear you, sir.
Okay, can you also see my screen? Can somebody respond in chat, like whether you can see my screen? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
It is visible.
Okay, great. So let me start. Thank you, Professor Pratap, for the introduction. So like he said, I am living in Germany and in Netherlands since 2004, and I have 16 plus years of experience here. So I would like to share my experience about living in Germany, studying, and job opportunities here. Before dwelling into details, I'd like to say a few disclaimers before. I'm not representing any universities or any organization for commercial purpose or anything like that. I'm just sharing my 16 plus years of experience mainly studying, living, working here in Europe. So I lived in Germany for 11 plus years and then 5 plus years in Netherlands now. When I mention Europe here in my presentation, it's Europe except UK, except United Kingdom, not for any political reasons, just for convenience. Whatever I discuss in this presentation can be taken as a reference. Please take it as a reference. Use the links I provide in this presentation and check for its validity whenever you want to apply. Because in Europe, they keep updating the rules and regulations of admission, visa, requirements, and everything. So student must be keen to update their, go and check their final rules before they apply. So before that, whatever I talk today for 30 or 40 minutes, I cannot give you a complete exhaustive information, but this can be a pointer, this can be a starting point, which you can dig deep and get to know about different countries. So if you see, what are the top 7 destinations so far for Indian students going abroad? You see, US, Canada, and Australia are the top 3 destinations, followed by Middle East in UAE and in UK, along with Bahrain and China. So you see, the US, Canada, and Australia is very important to Indian students, mainly because of the language and how much they know. They know more about US, Canada, and Australia. Also, the language of instruction is English, so it's very comfortable for all the Indian students to start their life there. When I check what are the factors students use initially to decide which country to go, the major factor also from the parents' perspective is that they check the affordability, mainly how much is the tuition fee, whether can they afford it, and what is the cost of living. Do they have any financial assistance? Do they get any financial assistance from the university? Do they get any part-time jobs? So these are the key questions they have, mainly parents and students, both of them they have, while deciding the university. And the second important thing is, what will they do after their master's or any higher studies? What are the job opportunities do they have? And what sort of visa assistance has been provided by each country? Because this is different for each country. So you need to be aware that what are they providing in each country. For example, US has a different rule, Canada has a different rule, and in Europe, Germany, Netherlands, they have different rules. So you need to be aware of it. And the third biggest concern is the safety. So safety of the students. Parents, especially for girl students, they are very very keen about the safety of their students. And then the important thing, which must be on the top, but still, is the quality of education, ranking of universities. That is also very important. What sort of research opportunities do you have? How much exposure do you get? How will you interact with other co-researchers? What are the interdisciplinary research available within the university? That's also very important. When you talk about US, Canada, Australia, you don't have any problem with the language of instructions because it's going to be in English. But when you take Europe, language of instruction is very key. Countries like Germany, Netherlands, Sweden, France, they do have courses with English as a medium of instruction. So you need to be very careful. Also keep this in your mind. So why Europe? Why do I recommend Europe, or why do I suggest Europe? Equally have very good top-ranking universities compared to, or in equal position with US, Canada. They do have good research facilities, good exposure to students, and individual response for each student is also possible. So you get really a very good education and the universities have very good infrastructure and research facilities. And the second important thing, like what I said before, when you apply for Europe, it can be any country, you get something called Schengen visa, which gives you an opportunity to travel to 26 different countries. So as a student, you can also travel, and you can also apply for jobs later on in these 26 countries. So this gives you a big opportunity to move around, to learn new things, also look for different opportunities within Europe. So this is one of the key positive things. And in education in Germany is relatively less expensive. By relative, I mean it's less compared to US, Canada, because of very less tuition fee and the less living expense for the students. So what I mean by less tuition fee, I will explain for a couple of different countries in my presentation. And then, like I said, the third thing is the visa. Usually in Europe, all these countries, they are offering at least 12 to 18 months of visa after completion of your studies. So they can look for a job, or they can look about higher studies, either a doctoral research or further postdoctoral research, or all these opportunities. So this gives you a big relief for students. You don't need to leave the country immediately. After completing your studies, you still have 12 to 8 months to look for a job and position yourself much better. Like I said earlier, the biggest challenge or a bottleneck in Europe can be the language. Each country has its own language. So Germany has German, Holland or Netherlands has Dutch, France has French. So you need to be, even though you don't need the language to do your studies or any higher education for your master's or for your PhD, but it's highly recommended to learn their local language, learn their native language like German, French, or Dutch. So this increases your chances to get a job, also to survive in the society. So you can make new friends, you can meet a lot of other people. That way, it's highly recommended to learn a language. Even when you are applying, when you are concentrating on a country, it's really recommended to learn a language from in India itself. So when I say 26 countries, these are few countries. There are few countries missing in the slide, starting from Austria, Belgium, Germany, France, Netherlands, Spain, Sweden. You can study in all these different countries. You do have opportunities in these different countries. All these countries, they are offering programs, either bachelor's or master program in English for international students with good research facility in an affordable price. There are few countries missing in this picture. It can be Switzerland and Norway, they are missing, but still they are also offering very good opportunity for you. So, but due to time constraint, I will only talk about 3 countries in my presentation today, which will be Germany, Netherlands, and Sweden. So, like I said, even though you have other countries are of interest for Indian students, if you see in last 5 years, slowly the interest towards Germany is increasing, or in general, Europe is increasing. From 11,000 in 2014, total number of students to Germany. Now there are 20,000 plus students coming to Germany. Similarly, 825 students to Netherlands. Now around 2,400 students are coming to Germany. So which is really a positive sign for all the students. The similar trend is also seen for other countries like France, Denmark, Norway, Sweden, and these countries.
Kumar sir.
Yeah.
Kumar sir, sorry to disturb you.
Yeah.
The screen learning konja pin pannidunga sir. Your face is not visible.
Visible height.
Okay. Just pin it, sir.
Yeah. Is it okay now?
Okay. Yes, sir. Right now.
Yeah. Is it fine now?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, Germany is in west of Europe, so it's in a well-positioned place to move around to different countries, neighbored by France, Holland, and south by Switzerland. So when you say about Germany, you should be aware, or you should be known about their strong automotive market. Tell about any luxury cars from Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Audi, BMW, Volkswagen. All these, Germany has a very strong presence in their automotive market. Along with the automotive market, they do have very strong presence for the chemical industries like BASF, Bayer. They are the leading players in pharmaceutical and in chemical industries. Likewise, Henkel, which is a FMCG, fast-moving consumer goods, they are very predominant even in Indian market. Likewise, for electronics, you have Siemens. For IT, it's SAP. So Germany has very strong industrial culture, which generates a lot of job opportunities for students, and also a lot of research opportunities in turn, which gives students a variety of research opportunities, interdisciplinary research, starting from students from science to arts to all these disciplines. When you talk of Germany, I just share a few trivias. Germany is the second largest producer of cars, like I already told. And German company BASF, which I also said, is the second largest chemical company in the world. So they are very dominant in the chemical market as well. Also, German was ranked #1 in the World Competitive Yearbook, meaning their patent and their copyright protection is very strong. They have very strong rules, regulations, and they are very good in their research and bringing the basic research to the application. And importantly for students, education is completely free, both for German students, European, and also for foreigners. I have to admit that is one of the basic reasons which motivated me also to look for Germany back in 2004, because I can also afford to do my higher studies in a well-reputed university for relatively lesser price. So to introduce a bit about Germany, there are mainly two different types of universities in Germany. One is a technical university, which you can compare to kind of IITs in India, and University of Applied Sciences, which are the other kind of universities. This technical university, basically, they are more like a research university. So the course curriculum will be more in terms of research, which motivates students to go ahead in terms of further doctoral research and postdoctoral research. University of Applied Sciences are more in terms of application-oriented studies. So you will have internship as a part of your curriculum. So you do have opportunity to do your internship in any industry, which in turn fetch you a job later on. So you can choose any of these two universities. Of course, getting admission in technical universities are pretty challenging. So you need to have a good grades, background, curriculum, and your exposure. Mainly for students, when you look for any higher study opportunity in Germany, please look for international degree programs, because they do have different degree programs, but these international degree program is also the keyword for degree programs with English as a language of instruction. So just be very careful and to choose these degree programs. In Germany, admission happens in 2 sessions. Yearly, you can have 2 times. One is the winter semester, what they call it, and then the summer semester. Winter semester, which starts usually in October, and for which the application deadline is usually between February to April in the year before. And then the summer semester, which usually starts in April, you have to apply like at least in November. So you need to have applied at least 6 months before. I will say like 8 months to 12 months is much better. Like I insisted before, I tell many courses are available in English. Just someone else is sharing, so I'm just. Yeah, can everybody see my screen now?
Yes, it's
Yes, sir.
visible, sir.
Yes, visible, sir.
Okay, so there are many courses available in English. Like I said, please be advised to choose the English only courses, because there are some German and English course, 50 English, 50 German. So I advise students to look for 100% English or English only courses, which will be convenient for them to do all their exams in English and then to have a good exposure. Also, knowing German is very important for getting jobs, for social life, and to increase your chances of getting jobs and further research here. Financial things, there are no tuition fee in most of the public universities in Germany. Literally no tuition fee for any courses. So, which is the biggest advantage for students who have good grades and want to still pursue a higher education. Some of these universities are introducing semester fee these days. That can be not too much. It can be up to 750 euros. So you can keep something around 60,000 euros per semester as a tuition fee. In Germany, as they do not have any tuition fee, there are also not many scholarships available for students in master's level. But there are few, very less number of scholarships, but not many for the master's level. And students need to be aware of the living expense, which can vary between 500 to 750 euros per month. That depends on city you live, depends on your lifestyle. Mainly if you can. Is my presentation visible now?
It's seen.
Yes.
Okay. So depends on your living style actually. Also, students can have a part-time job, which will help them take care of their own expenses. So they do have rules as per that students can work for so many days, which will help them to take care of their own expenses. For more information about Germany, I recommend you to visit these sites here. One is the DAAD, which is called Deutsche Akademische Ausländerdienst. The official German organization which promotes higher education in Germany. And in that link, please go to this link about international programs, where you can search for your own. Someone else is interfering in the presentation. Okay. Is it visible now?
Yes, it's visible.
Yes, sir, visible, sir.
Okay, because I get a notification that someone else is trying to present.
Dear participants, please avoid presenting.
Sir, where, sir? Where, sir?
Okay, So DIAD do have also have offices worldwide, especially in India as well. They have 5 different offices in Delhi, Bangalore, Mumbai, Chennai, and Pune. And they do offer webinars and seminars even before COVID times, every once in a month, to explain in detail about the application procedure, documents required, and the eligibility criteria, and all those information. So they are the more reliable people to give you more precise information about each semester's universities, and also assist you in terms of information. They will not help you apply, but they can give you sufficient information to decide your course. And to learn German language, I recommend an institute called Goethe Institute, which is there in Chennai, also in other cities in India. So you can start learning German there when you are already in India. And so the second country what I will present today is the Netherlands, which is also pretty near to Germany, which is in north of Germany. To give some interesting trivia about Netherlands, just to tell you, like half of the country, half of the Netherlands is just below the sea level. So you can, the north of Netherlands is completely covered by sea. So you can see it's pretty windy and chilly weather. And country which has more bicycles than the total population. People are very crazy about bicycle. They do bicycle to work. They go by bicycle. And to be, even though it's a very small country, in 2016, Netherlands was the second largest exporter of agricultural goods, which is pretty interesting. They are pretty dominant in the greenhouse way of agriculture. So this is a glimpse. When you tell about Netherlands, you can see information like the windmill, beautiful tulip flowers. They are famous for their cheese, cow's milk, and then, like I said, bicycles. Equally, Netherlands do have famous industrial environment like Unilever for FMCG goods, Philips, Shell for petrochemical, ABN AMRO in banking, and KLM, which is a pretty important airlines. Like Germany, you do have top-ranking universities in Netherlands as well, both for science, arts, and agricultural studies are also very famous in Netherlands. And in contrast to Germany, you have one main admission session for Netherlands, which is in September. The semester starts in September, for which you need to apply at least. The last deadline is April, but it's recommended to apply much early, even in December or January the year before. So that is much better, because it's kind of rolling admission here. As soon as you apply, they start processing your application, deciding on your application. So you will have enough time to prepare your finance, loan, and visa, and other things. I don't talk in detail about the application processes here, but in Netherlands, it's a 2-step application process. So I will show you the links where you can get more precise information about it. As far as financial need for Netherlands is concerned, for Netherlands, they do have tuition fee, which is between 8,000 to 16,000 euros per year, approximately, which comes to 6 lakhs to 14 lakhs per year. If you consider a master course of 2 years, then you need to be aware of 14 to 28 lakhs as a tuition fee alone. Living expense, it's something similar to that of Germany. You can keep around 900 euros per month, which is around 75,000 rupees. Visa, once you get an admission, university will apply on your behalf So students either need to go to the consulate in Delhi or in Mumbai and get their visa stamped. That's how the visa works. And also, Netherlands, they give you a 1-year visa after completing your studies to look for a job and or for higher studies within Europe or in Netherlands. For information regarding higher studies in Netherlands, you can go to this website called NIZO India or Study in Holland. NIZO India or NUFIC, NUFFIC, is an official organization which promotes higher education in Holland. They do have offices and representatives in India, in Bangalore, if I'm correct. And the third country is Sweden, what I will show. Sweden is one of the Scandinavian country which is on the up north, and their official language is Swedish. Their currency is not euros like in Germany or in Netherlands. They have their individual currency called krona, Swedish krona. Education was free also in Sweden until 2010, but later on they have introduced tuition fee for international students. So to give you a trivia about Sweden, Sweden is a country where the sun never sets during the summer for a couple of months. It's mainly from June, mid-June till mid-May till July. There are a few parts of Sweden in the north where the sun never sets. So it's whole day you will have a sun from the overnight. And in contrast, during winter, also sun sets very early. It's completely dark. Students, for students, it's better to be aware of.
Sir, excuse me.
Yeah.
So your screen is not visible. The PPT is not seen actually.
Just 1 minute. Yeah. Is it visible now?
It's showing. It's showing that you're presenting. Yeah,
Yes, sir.
it's seen now. Thank you,
Oh,
sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. So kids, students need to be aware of these informations because sometimes when you come from a different country, these things can be a little crucial for your health and for your mental health. Okay, just to tell you or introduce you to Sweden. Hope all of you are aware of the Nobel Prize, which has been awarded every year for people from economics, science, and for other research. They are from Sweden. So Alfred Nobel, who is the one who initiated this award, is from Sweden, from Stockholm. And Volvo, biggest automotive and a bus manufacturer, car, is also from Sweden. People in some parts of India, they might be aware of the biggest furniture market, do-it-yourself furniture market, IKEA, is also from Sweden. You do have other big companies like H&M, which is the biggest dress fabric market, and Spotify for online music company, like licensed to music. Sweden, again, the admission starts in September, which they call it autumn semester. You need to apply, so at least 8 months before, in mid-January. So you have to start your preparation already 12 months before. As far as Sweden is concerned, you have one central application, which you do it online in the website which I showed here, which is universityadmissions.se. So you have to create your login, and you need to choose 4 important courses which you wish to apply, and rank these courses according to your interest from 1, 2, 3, 4. So they will start analyzing your application based on your interest, requirement, and how much you fit into these fit into these courses. Again, you do have, as far as finance is concerned, you do have a one-time application fee, and then further is the tuition fee also. You need to keep around roughly around 7,500 rupees for application, and around 7 lakhs to 12 lakhs as far as tuition fees is concerned. 12 lakhs per year. For as far as living expense is concerned, you need to keep an approximate limit of 75,000 rupees per month. As they have scholarships, as they have tuition fee here, they do have a good number of scholarships for Sweden. But you need to check it individually in each university website and each course website to whether you are eligible for it and how they are deciding on it and how to apply for it. But there are pretty good number of scholarships available, which will help you take care of all the expenses needed for your studies. So this is the websites which needed to know more information about studying in Sweden. So studyinSweden.se this is an exhaustive website which gives you complete information about all the higher study opportunities in Sweden. And this is a website for applying, like I said before. And the Sweden Abroad website is the embassy's website for Sweden, that they do have embassy in New Delhi, and then also they have consulates in other part of India, which will help you apply your visa. So the biggest next important thing is to know about what are the application documents which is needed for higher education in all these countries. Mainly, they do recommend this online application form, which you fill with more precise information. And you do have the bachelor transcript, a bachelor degree certificate, and a transcript. And the pre-final year students, they can also apply by having the provisional certificate and with their updated mark list. And they will give you an admission based on that, with the condition that you give them, submit them a confirmed degree certificate once you are joined. And CV, a curriculum vitae, explaining your education background and your exposure is very important. Along with that, they also, all these countries and universities, they ask for something called statement of purpose or letter of motivation, in which students explain why they want to choose that particular course and what is their motivation behind choosing that course. So it's better and it's advisable to have a separate motivation letter for each of the courses you apply for. So that gives them an opportunity to know about your interest in that particular course, and then that can help them make a decision on your admission. As far as English is concerned, they recommend to take either TOEFL or IELTS and have a good grade, and you have to submit it along with your application. That is very important criteria as well. No GRE is needed for European higher studies, which is a bigger relief for students. Along with that, some universities and some courses, they do ask for other documents. And one of the important documents can be a letter of recommendation from 2 professors from your universities who have taught you any course. So those are the important documents as well. So keep checking it. Check it before you complete your application process. When you send one application, be sure that you have attached all these important documents to send it in one go. So these are the 3 countries. And before, just for interest for all the students, so I would like to show about what are the opportunities for pursuing MBA in Europe. Many people are aware of Harvard Business School, London Business School. Those are the top business schools. And equally, you do have very good business schools in other part of Europe as well, like in INSEAD, which is in Barcelona, HEC, which is in Paris, and RSM, which is a Rotterdam School of Management in Netherlands, IMD, which is in Switzerland, ESCP in Germany, ESMT in Berlin. So CBS, which is a Copenhagen Business School in Denmark. These are really equally very good top business schools for students. So I'm just giving a name here to just to introduce these name of these institutions to the students, so you can dig in deep, know about these universities later on by Googling and going to their website, look for their admission criteria, fees information, and other criteria. So, like I said, for MBA, you need an undergraduate degree with at least 3 years of experience. Along with that, they ask for a GMAT or a GRE report. And of course, English language proficiency is important, either by TOEFL or IELTS, and official transcript from the university. Like the other master courses, MBA is not for a cheaper price here. You need to pay at least 50 to 75,000 euros per year or per course. They do have 12 months MBA programs in Europe. For more information, please visit all the individual university websites, so which will give you more precise information. So before I wrap up, I would like to give a couple of advices from my side, from my experience. Students, I sincerely recommend you to prepare your own application instead of relying on any consultancies where you just pay a fee and they will help you fetch an admission or get an admission, which I personally don't recommend it. I recommend you to prepare your own application, know and aware of the course which you are applying for, the requirements, what are the subjects you are going to study, and all the precise information which will help you prepare and do well when you are here in any country in Europe. Most of the universities, they do not have any collaboration with any consultancies in India for admission. There are few exceptions, but most of the universities, as far as I know, either in Germany or in Netherlands, they do not have any internal collaborations. So do your own research regarding the university, course, curriculum, job opportunities, research, etc. Everything is available in the internet, in their website, in the university website. So just take use of it. And mainly, learn to write your own curriculum vitae, your own resume, your own statement of purpose, because this is not only needed for applying for a master's, this is also needed when you want to apply for a job later on when you are here in Europe. And some tips, if you are coming to Europe, keep in mind that you are representing a country, you are representing India when you are here. So whatever you do, either good or bad, it will be seen as an Indian student. So you need to be very cautious about representing a country. So when you are here, also be ready to learn a different culture, understand it, accept it, and respect it, which is very, 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 very crucial. Even this is the same. Even when you are moving in India from one state to another, you need to, if you learn to respect the different culture and accept it, then half of the problem is solved in the world in general, also for you. So please be open-minded to accept these different cultures. Even though Europe is very closely connected, each country have their own culture, the way of living, their standard of living. So you need to be ready to accept all that. And like I said earlier, also be aware of the weather conditions in winter, especially in winter. During winter, some countries, in some parts of Europe, it can go up to -15 degrees centigrade. which many Indian students, especially from South, are not even aware of, or not they have not experienced it. Probably some students from northern states of India, they might have seen winter. So you need to be aware of those extreme winters and extreme summers, or the whole daylight and the whole darkness. So keep this in mind, which will help you. Which will help you settle down much better here. And then, importantly, be ready to be independent, both in terms of research and also in terms of your life, because you have to take care of all your things by yourself, meaning there won't be any compulsory to attend a lecture, but in turn, it is also very important to attend a lesson or attend a course to get yourself exposed. There won't be any compulsory attendance, but in turn, it helps you understand much better. You need to plan your own studies, own life here. So be ready to be independent and open-minded. With that, I wrap up my presentation. Thank you for listening. I can take few questions now, which we can discuss if you have any questions or any doubts about it. Thank you. Can we go for questions? Yeah, to answer Mr. Siddhant Parikh, yes, they do allow students to pursue internship in the industries. Sometimes it's part of the curriculum. Sometimes students can do on their own will.
Kumar, thank you very much. There are some questions in the chat box, and some questions are Dr. Kavita.
Yes, sir. I'll proceed.
Yes, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, sir. Sir, one more question in the chat box is that my question is, what percentage of people from Western countries come to India for empowerment?
Recently, number of people coming from different countries from Germany, I don't have the exact number, but both industries and universities, they have started promoting inter movement or exchange programs, they call it. I didn't talk about the exchange program here, which is called Erasmus Plus exchange program, with which a master student or any student doing their studies in India, they can visit Europe for 6 months time for exchange of research or exchange of knowledge or doing a semester here. Similarly, students here in Europe can also visit institutes in India for an exchange for same time, like 6 months or something like that. So which is in a completely different program called Erasmus. ERASMUS plus, Erasmus Plus program.
Next question is that, is there any opportunity for postdoctoral? What is the age limit?
As far as postdoctoral is concerned, postdoc or even a doctoral degree is considered as a kind of full-time job in Europe. So there is no age limit for it until you have a good research experience, your publication, and a good idea, a good topic to work on. You can apply for any postdoctoral positions. There are no age limits for it.
Okay, sir. Sir, one more question. They are asking you to provide information of Europe towards higher studies and employment opportunities.
What is that? Can
Specific.
You repeat the question?
1 second, sir. Sorry. Thank you for providing. 1 second, sir. Is there any possibility of sociology in the outside India?
Yeah, it's possible. In Germany or even in Netherlands, you have opportunities for all the fields, starting from languages, from English. You can do lot of work in when you do from for BA literature, economics, commerce, anthropology, sociology, psychology. For all these educations, you do have ample opportunities. Just you need to look for a exact university and a good opportunity and a good program there.
Okay. Sir, he says, is it better to go for graduation or after senior secondary? That is PG graduation or UG? That I think they are asking about that.
If it is about UG and PG, there are opportunities for graduation as well. But I recommend for Indian students, I recommend for coming here for post graduation. Yeah.
Sir, one more question is about scholarship. How can I get scholarship from Canada?
I don't have information about Canada with me.
Okay, sir. Sir, what is the percentage needed in UG to apply MS?
They say the minimum percentage is 65%, but it's better you have more. The opportunity and the chances are more. It's better.
Okay. Sir, they're asking about, please give information for a computer engineering students to his masters in Europe.
Yeah, like I said, look in those websites in the daad.de with international programs. There are ample opportunities for computer science engineering students. Starting from artificial intelligence to data engineering. There are multiple universities offering multiple master courses. So you need to look in that link what I provided, which will give you a complete information about the course and then the requirement for it. So it's there in the link I showed in the German website.
Sir, can I get briefing about studying nursing in Germany?
Yes. I don't have any information about it. I don't know, but what I can say is for doing nursing, the language can be a very important criteria, because as you will interact with patients and people almost every day, you need to have a very good German or an excellent German language knowledge to pursue nursing. But I don't have any information about the courses provided in Germany.
Sir, one more question.
Thank you, Kumar.
Sir, one second, sir. Sir, after completing, how can we do PhD in abroad? ME.
If you're talking about ME in India and then a PhD in Europe,
Yes.
there are lot of universities. So you need to look precisely for your research interest in the specific university, and just get in contact with the professor. Write him a formal email about your research interest and with your CV and list of publications. So they will get in touch with you to discuss more about it. It's more like a job opportunity. You need to get in touch with the professor, faculty, and the university for the PhD positions.
Sir, one more question. Which college is best in Germany?
I cannot tell about a single college. Like I said, you have a lot of technical universities. These technical universities, you can compare it to IITs in India. They are pretty good for any higher education. It can be in masters in engineering or in other fields. they are very well-ranked universities. I cannot just name a single university.
Sir, what percentage for PG admission or doctorate in Germany?
Can you that increases?
Yes,
your
sir.
chance.
Sir, one more question. What is the deadline to apply admission for the next academic year for MS program?
So the admission for this winter semester in Germany might have been over already. So now it's already mid 24th July. So the next semester starting for Netherlands will be next September. So for which you need to apply before January to April 2021. For Germany, it can be summer semester, which starts in April. And so you need to apply in next couple of months before October, November. But you may not have too many courses starting in summer semester. So just then the next opportunity is next October for Germany.
Sir,
So I can keep it like September, October next year is a good opportunity for Indian students to apply for studies here. Let me put it like that.
Okay, sir.
thank you, sir.
Sir, one more question in the chat.
Sir, live, sir.
Okay, Kavi, I think
Yes, sir.
we'll
Someone
answer them
is
through mail.
asking questions, right?
So Dr.
One more
Jaideep,
question, sir. Can I get the website to get more information about updates of higher education in Germany?
I will show that slide.
Okay, sir.
I will show that slide, so probably they can just take a note of it. Yeah. So
Sir, thank you, sir. HOD, sir.
Yes, sir, we can talk later. Kalimuthu, sir. We move
Gadi, sir, lawyer, sir. Thank you very useful, sir.
Okay, man. Thank you. Thank you for your compliment.
Thank you, Karthi, sir.
So that's the website which you can look for about higher updates. This is for Mr. Niranjan Vadekar.
Yes, sir. Then I think the questions are over. Which
Okay.
country is suitable for MCOM student employment opportunities?
If you mean about coming directly to Europe for job, you can look in all these countries. But if you are looking for higher studies, you need to choose depending on the comfort, like depending on the course interest and the affordability.
Yes, sir.
Anyway, Kumar, it's a wonderful session. Everyone has got inputs and much details about Netherlands. You live in a country below the sea level. It's a very interesting information about you, about the country Netherlands. And students have really enjoyed putting a lot of questions to you. And some of the questions we can answer them through mail. And formally, Mr. Karthikeyan?
Sir, before that, sir, Pradap, sir,
Yes, ma'am.
I'll take a 2 minutes time.
Yes, you can proceed.
Okay, thank you, sir. Yes, good afternoon, one and all present here. Thank you, sir, for your first. I'll thank the resource person for their info. Sir, it is very informative, and it is you have given a useful tips for the students for pursuing his higher studies. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Pratap Singha Netaji, who is my guru. I am an alumni of the college. I did my MCom in Arulmigu Palaniandavar College of Arts and Culture, and also I have started my career in the same college with the blessings of Lord Muruga from 2006 to 8. Then only I came to Chennai and I have started in Guru Nanak College. Now presently I am working in Guru Nanak College. Sir, thank you, sir, for giving me such a wonderful opportunity.
Pleasure of the department.
Thank you, sir. Then I'm also thankful to Dr. Karthikeyan, who associated with me for the past 1 week. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Karthikeyan, sir.
Thank
you very much.
Can formally
Thank
have
you.
the vote of thanks.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Karthi,
Sir, I am audible.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am audible. Okay. I deem it a great honor to propose the vote of thanks to all who have helped us in making this international webinar a grand success. First of all, I would like to thank our guest speaker, Thiru Kumar Subramanian, for gracing today's webinar. Thank you, sir, for your very interesting and thought-provoking address to students and making excellent presentation. I would like to express our profound gratitude to our principal sir, Dr. P. Prabhakar sir. I would also like to thank our beloved head of the department, Dr. S. Pratap Singha Netaji, for the moral support, guidance, and motivation for the webinar. I am happy to express thanks to our staff members who have made this webinar a grand success. I would like to thank the technical help to my friends, Dr. P. Kavita, Sir Rajesh Khanna, Dr. Radhika Madam, Sir Shankar Narayan sir, and Sunil Kumar for all the events for making this webinar a great success. Finally, it is wonderful that department students and alumni who have turned up in such great numbers, not only from our department, but also from other departments of the various colleges in India. Thank you very much for your active participation and overwhelming support. Once again, I thank all for your cordial cooperation. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kumar sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
We had a wonderful session today.